Well, we start with the breaking news from the last hour. And it's good news for Arsenal. William Saliba has agreed a new 5-year contract with the club. His existing deal was up in summer 2027, so this extends that by 3 years. Since making his Arsenal debut in 2022, Saliba's established himself as one of the best defenders in Europe and formed a terrific partnership with Gabriel. And speaking on Sky Sports FC, Charlie Austin says there's only one defender in the Premier League who can match Saliba.
That's massive for Arsenal, and looking at it, he's going to be on par with Virgil van Dijk, the best centre-half in the league, really, and that's where he's at. He's highly thought of by Arsenal, the Arsenal fans, and look, they've reacted quickly and got probably arguably one of their best players tied down to a new deal.
Well, since making his Arsenal debut, the 24-year-old has kept the most clean sheets of any defender in the Premier League. He's also won the most possession in the middle of the pitch of any defender, while he ranks third for passes completed and total touches and scores highly in goals scored and aerial duels won as well. So if Saliba does agree this new deal, he'd be the 6th Arsenal first-team player to do so in the last 2 years. Youngsters Miles Lewis-Skelly and Ethan Nwaneri, Saliba's regular defensive partner Gabriel, Ben White and club captain Martin Ødegaard have all extended. Now, Sky Sports have partnered with Fanalysis, an app where passionate fans share their opinions on their club. If you want to represent your club, you just scan this QR code here or visit the Sky Sports app for more details on it. Well, let's speak live now to Arsenal supporter Toby Parks to get more on this. Toby, great to see you. I can see the smile on your face. How important was it then to tie William Saliba down?
I mean, it's so important. He's probably one of our most important players, maybe our most important. I mean, you certainly could argue he's top 2, 3 centre-backs in the world, maybe alongside Van Dijk, even Gabriel next to him. And, you know, there's a lot of noise externally around Arteta and what's going on there. And I think that really is external, because what you can see here, and I know Saka's probably shortly coming along with a contract too, is that the players are fully on board with what's going on at the club, and they're fully on board with the project. So unbelievably delighted that he's there. It's just mad to think that when he actually joined, that it was 2 years where he was on loan, and a lot of fans didn't even think he would ever play for the club in the end, given what was going on. So unbelievably happy to have him here as one of the best centre-backs in the world for a long more time.
You mentioned Gabriel. You also signed a new deal in the summer. How key is that partnership when you look towards trying to win the title?
I mean, massively. Consistency and depth is probably some of the most important things within a back four that you need. So, I mean, we had a lot of, since Koscielny and Mertesacker, I think we had a lot of different, very questionable centre-backs for quite a long time. So to have these two as a bedrock for a number of years, for a few years up to now, and then obviously a few years coming up, is so good. And with Nkapia coming in, Mosquera looking every bit the part that we'd hoped he'd be, and more at the age he's at, I think it's looking really, really good defensively in every different way.
Now, Saliba is yet to win a trophy in his time at the club. Do you think that needs to change in order to keep him happy?
Yeah, of course. I mean, look, it's with these kind of players, you do have to deliver. I think that's completely unquestionable. But what this does show is that he fully believes, as the rest of the squad do, that like this is the place to do that. It hasn't happened yet. You could call it luck. You could call it tactics at various different points, and a couple of injuries here and there, and it could have gone another way. But you can see the club is going all in, and that's the transfer strategy at the moment. They've plugged the depth. They spent a lot of money in an unprecedented way, and I really think they believe that this is the time to do it. They've got to start winning to keep these players, and I think we all get that. We need to keep the energy at the club, and I think trophies is the final piece of the puzzle to be able to do that. And there's only so long you can go without doing that. So, and I reckon that'll be this year.
It will be?
Absolutely. Can you not hear the confidence in my voice?
Well, maybe we lost the connection slightly because it went a bit shaky. No, I'm only joking, Toby. Look, you touched on this before, but do you think you could argue a case for Saliba being the best centre-back in the world?
Yeah, look, Van Dijk's been doing it for a long, long time, and I think there's no question, just his experience and his quality and everything he brings, it's difficult to argue that he's not. But in terms of age and where he's at and what he's doing at his age, and how much he's done already, I think there's certainly an argument you could say he's absolutely up there. Funnily enough, I think last season, Gabriel probably had a slightly better season. He's a little bit older. I think he just brings a bit more fire, whereas Saliba's ice. But I really believe that those are the top three, and it's amazing to have both at our club, of two of the top three, I should say.
Great stuff. Toby, great to get your thoughts. Thank you.